What's up, all my fellow speedsters, all my humans around the multiverse? It's Kim here. Welcome back to another reaction on the channel. Today, it is exactly 1 month away from the season 5 premiere. So, um, Netflix and the showrunners decided to give us a little gift today. Some images that have just dropped from Cobra Kai season 5, and I figured, you know what? Let's check them out. I'm gonna be doing some more Cobra Kai related content. I have a couple theories I plan on making and releasing, just some fun little stuff before then. Maybe do some tier lists, just to gain ready for the new season. And maybe we'll even do some live reactions to some of the episodes before them. Who knows? I'm still deciding on that. Um, I have an announcement on my own. Season 5 is going to be the start of filming in a new location. I'm still going to be in the same house. This room will. I'm still going to be using this room for other things, but for the most part, I'm planning on moving to uh, a new room in the house for recordings, just because it's more convenient for me. It's my own little, gaming room that I'm putting together, but I'm gonna eventually make it into a semi studio. And since it's on the other end of the house, no, there's gonna be a bit less noise, so it's a bit more convenient. So I figure, why not just move reactions, because I get hyped out with Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is my favorite show, so moving it on the very end of the house is going to be very convenient for everyone. But anyway, guys, yeah, without me rambling anymore, let's check out these images. All right, first image is going to be a Sensei Kim, I believe that is her name. She's going to be a new sensei at the Cobra Kai dojo. We see a couple extras here. The back here, this looks like Tori to me, and I think if we actually looking at a later image, this I believe is Devin, because if we skip to the next image, we see, because the back is almost identical, so this is interesting. Devin is in Cobra Kai now. Very curious to see why that is. Maybe she just lost, since Eagle Fang is most likely going to stay shut down. Plenty of people theorize this, myself included. In fact, I'm going to make a video about that later this week. But she is in Cobra Kai now, so there's two things. One, she didn't really fit in Cobra Kai. I mean, Eagle Fang decided why not join Cobra Kai, since she wasn't in Eagle Fang for very long. Maybe she doesn't have the same loyalties as the rest of them, so she decided join Cobra Kai because they're badass. Two is maybe she's going and joining Cobra Kai to maybe get some information for Johnny and Daniel, because I think Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang are going to officially merge to a one united dojo. No more breakups. That's where they're going to train. They're going to train at Miyagi-Do still. That Yeah, I'm very curious to see what this is. Maybe Devin is gonna become like the Kenny role for Tori, and she's gonna help serve Tori's little arc this season, because I do believe Tori is gonna leave Cobra Kai by the end of this season. She's gonna go through her little, I guess, kind of redemption arc. She's gonna come clean about the trophy, and she's eventually gonna link up with Johnny and Daniel, because I do believe they're gonna continue the relationship with her and Amanda. They're gonna further develop that. Maybe have Daniel come into that dynamic, and it could also help her. I do think Devin could be a positive influence in Tori's life. May help her realize, okay, yeah, Cobra Kai, this isn't where I want to be anymore. Because with Kreese gone, Silver's only going to get even more crazy. And I think once Tori finds out what really happened to Kreese, I think she's going to say, nope, I'm done with this. This victory is not clean. I don't want this anymore. I'm leaving. And she's going to join up with the good guys, and they could also serve a arc between her and Sam, potentially coming to some type of reconcile, which I do think is going to happen. I don't think they're going to become friends, but I do think Tori and Sam are going to come to some kind of common ground, and I'm very interested to see where that goes. So let's go into the next image here. This image, oh man. When I first saw this image on Instagram, it just warms my heart. Robby and Johnny, father and son, finally together. I really hope they really develop the relationship together, and I really want to see the father and son dynamic. I really think that's gonna be one of the highlights of this coming season. It looks like this is one of the Mexico scenes. I'm guessing they're cheering on. It's obviously they're cheering on Miguel. They're keeping Miguel's role very under wraps, which I am very curious to see what type of role he's going to have, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But for the most part, I just really like to see these two together cheering on Miguel. I mean, it's very obvious. Maybe he's in like an eating contest or something. We see a bit of a crowd in the back here really dope scene. I really can't wait to see how the dynamic is gonna shift between Johnny, Robbie, and Miguel. All right, nothing really too big here. It's most likely just Daniel and maybe Sam and Amanda are on are just like taking a break on a vacation. I don't want to say it's gonna be filler because I like not because I don't think Cobra Kai really has filler episodes. Like every episode has served a purpose to the main plot. I just think this is gonna be like for one episode they're just gonna get away from everything to clear their heads, and I'm very curious. It's just a fun little thing. Nothing too much to go behind here. They're probably just gonna take a break from all this madness for a little bit. Here, I think this is just a alternate shot. We see Kenny here front and center. We do know Kenny is going to be a much bigger character this season as Dallas Young was promoted to series regular, so he's going to be a much bigger character this season, and I cannot wait. Since Robbie's out, Kenny looks like he might become the new face of the dojo. I am very curious to see how far Kenny is going to grow. I actually do think under Silver's tutelage, because Silver and Kenny already have kind of like a student teacher mentorship type of relationship already. Because Kreese wasn't all that fond of Kenny, but Silver was, kind of in Kenny's corner a little bit. So I do think Kenny might become the face of Cobra Kai, or one of the big faces of Cobra Kai. All right, here we see, this is interesting. Carmen and Amanda together in the scene. They look, I'm wondering if this is maybe, like episode 4 or 5. Miguel, they see a door open and it's Miguel, Robbie, and Johnny coming through the door. Maybe or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's Tori coming through the door. I'm not really too sure because they both look kind of concerned and surprised. My guess is it's either Miguel has come back and they're just hearing about it, or a big fight just happened and they're bringing home someone that just got injured, whether that's Sam, Eli, Dimitri, or one of the other students. That's my theory here. But I do like the fact that these two are having more scenes together, and I believe Carmen is a regular this season, so very curious to see more of her. And this is interesting. This is very interesting. I think this is Silver's place. It looks like the same set from episode 1. I'm guessing some type of gathering. Maybe Silver. I don't understand. I don't really see Amanda going there knowing Silver is there. So this will probably be a surprise thing. Very curious to see where this is gonna go. And man, first of all, Amanda looks damn good. Like she always looks good in almost every shot she's in. But I'm very curious where this is going to lead to, because her dynamic with Kreese was very interesting, and I'm very curious to see what the dynamic between her and Silver is going to be like. And I'm curious why she's there. Maybe she was invited unknowing that it was Silver that did this. Silver's probably just going to take a jab at Amanda just to screw with Daniel a bit. I mean, that's always Silver's game. So very curious to see where this scene entails. Maybe it's some type of there's a lot of people there, so it's some type of gathering. Maybe it's like a fundraiser at Silver's place, and maybe that's why they're going there. Maybe LaRussa Otto was invited or something. Very curious to see where this is going to go. This seems like it's going to be mid-season. This feels mid-season to me. And here, oh god, this is my favorite image. When I saw this pop up on Strike First Media's Instagram story, I think it was Strike First Media's Instagram story, I can't remember, I almost teared up. Robbie is back home at Miyagi-Do. It is so good to see him back. Man, like, look at his face right here. Like, he's happy. He's happy to be back home where he belongs. Like, he was badass in Cobra Kai, but man, it is so glad to see all the squad together. Like, all that's missing is Miguel here. Maybe that's who they're bowing to. We don't know. It's most likely going to be, the 3 main senseis, Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen, but man. And we do see Anthony here, so Anthony's going to officially start his training, which we all saw coming. But man, Robbie's back home. Robbie's back home. This puts a smile on my face. When I first saw this, I legit almost teared up. Like, I got so hyped when I saw this image drop. Like, look at this. It's so dope. We see Eli. Here. Looks like you saw his hair a little bit and reminiscent of almost like a hawk. I do hope that he doesn't get his mohawk back because I feel like that would kind of undo all the development he had in the second half of last season. Man, just look at him. Like the dream team here. All that's left is, Miguel in here. We see Sam here. Very curious. This seems it's gonna be mid-season, like season 5, like episode 5 or episode 6. They're all together here. Because I do think for the first half, Sam is going to take a break from Karai. Just with the way that teaser trailers showed, she's probably going to go through a more mental arc, her confronting her inner demons and confronting her past throughout the entire show, from all the way back from season 1. Because we saw, Yasmin and Moon in their Laker outfits. We also saw Eli there for some reason. So I'm very curious where that whole arc is going to play into. And I do think that's going to help her interact with Tori again and come to some kind of common ground, because I do think Tori and Sam will eventually team up by the end of this season. Maybe not willingly, but they'll find some common ground, just not as friends. But man, this image. There's someone else in the back here. I think that might be Bert. But this is very interesting. We see the Eagle Fang students here, but we don't see, like, Johnny, like, in his Eagle Fang t-shirt. My guess is Johnny and the Eagle Fangs are just going to officially be a part of Miyagi-Do. It's just going to be Miyagi-Do, but they'll probably just call themselves Miyagi Fang. I'm not too sure, but man, just look at this, man. Everyone's happy. The only person that looks a little concerned is Dimitri, but that's Dimitri. And I hope Dimitri gets a bit of an arc this season, because I loved Dimitri's arc last season. Dimitri was kind of, I don't want to say he was the MVP, but he had a pretty substantial role last season. In fact, if it wasn't for Dimitri, Miyagi-Do would have dropped out of the tournament way earlier, because the only reason they won was because Dimitri was able to convince Eli to rejoin Miyagi-Do. And man, Eli looks so dope here. I can't wait to see more of him. He's easily my favorite character, especially after last season. And I'm very curious to see how Anthony is gonna go with his training. Like, who's gonna train him? What styles is he gonna pick up? Like, it's gonna be so dope. And man, Robby, it is so good to see Robby. Man, I just can't stop looking at this. Like, this puts such a smile on my face, man. All right, here. This is probably where Tori is going to confront Silver. Maybe mid-season. Maybe it's early in the season, because she still has her blonde hair. I don't know. But she's probably going to... I think after a while, Tori's going to confront Silver about him cheating. And I'm very curious how this is going to go, because this is going to go very poorly for Tori. I think Tori will try to leave Cobra Kai early in the season, but Silver will, like, blackmail her, maybe threaten her family, like her mother and her little brother, to force her to stay into Cobra Kai. And maybe that's what could lead to her learning the Quicksilver method as a punishment. Very curious, because I am very curious to see the dynamic, because these two will be at each other's throats 100%, and I cannot wait to see more of these two together. And this looks like it's just it might be a bit earlier, because we did see a shot of them, Miguel pushing Robby at the water park, just in the parking lot. You guys saw my breakdown of the season 5 teaser. This looks like it might happen either later or maybe earlier in the scene. And it looks like, because I want to say, is this still in Mexico? It doesn't look like it. This might be back when they're back in LA, so they might still be butting heads. Maybe something happens, because it does look like Robby and Miguel might start to get along a bit early in the season, but then something happens to where they're at each other's throats again. So it's going to be a learning curve, but I do think these two are eventually going to, make up and become friends. Oh, here we go. Full confirmation. The bad boy of karate himself, Mike Barnes, is back. And I can't wait to see, because it does look, by this, maybe he's kept up with his train. We don't know. Mike Barnes is a bit of an outlier, because out of all the Karate Kid antagonists, at least the main Karate Kid antagonists, excluding, next Karate Kid with Julie, the only antagonist that actually kept up with their train was Chosen. Like Johnny quit karate after he lost to Daniel. Silver and Kreese walked away from karate after they lost the second All Valley Karate Kid 3. Mike Barnes is the only one we don't know about. I think by this look, it looks like Mike Barnes he might have kept training. I'm very curious what this is. This is most likely, this figure right here, it's most likely Tori Silver. And he looks good. And I've actually, I follow Sean Can on Instagram, and he's been training. He's been training, So I'm very curious to see what Mike's role is here. We all knew he was going to come back. It's just that Sean Can wasn't allowed to say it until now. Man, this is dope. And I'm very curious where this is located. if this is Silver's house, it's just a different part that we didn't see, or maybe this is Mike's house. We don't know. Maybe Mike became wealthy, off screen. A lot can happen in 3 decades, So, man, I cannot wait to see him come back. It looks like he's married. Maybe he's settled down. Maybe even Mike has a kid that he's personally trained. Maybe we can get another legacy character here. Man, this season is going to be so dope. I cannot wait for the season to drop. September 9th cannot come any sooner. And this is the last one, I believe. I can't tell. Oh, yeah, this is the last image. This one is very interesting to me. So we see Johnny, Daniel, and Chosen together, all in tracksuits, which is kind of funny because I don't think we've ever seen Johnny in a tracksuit. It was always Daniel with his blue tracksuit. And so I'm guessing maybe he bought some for these two. And I really want to see Chosen and Johnny become chaotic best friends. These two will be such a chaotic duo. It will be so hilarious to see the two of them just kind of giving Daniel a hard time, making fun of him, kind of like how Johnny was, nudging Daniel when they were training with the other kids. Him mocking the crane kick. Man, I really want to see these two become best friends, like Chosen and Daniel. I mean, Chosen and Johnny. Like, their scenes together will be amazing. I'm very curious to see what their dynamic here. But these guys in the back here, I'm very curious what this is, because this is obviously a Miyagi-Do. This figure here is either Chris or Anthony, because both of them were in blue. But they're all dressed in suits. At first, I thought they were maybe the parents of some of the kids, but that doesn't seem likely because there's not enough of them. Maybe they're other senseis, potentially? That would be interesting, because the theory some people have, myself included, is that the conflict with Cobra Kai is going to get so big that some of the other dojos are going to have to step in. Because maybe Silver is going to be like, hey, I'll give you a choice. You join up with me in Cobra Kai, we merge our dojos here, and I help your funding, or you get the hell out and I take this building or something, I can see to the point where Cobra Kai becomes such a big problem. Some of the other dojos are going to catch wind of this and like, okay, we can't let this slide, So maybe some of the other dojos are teaming up here. But a lot of them are in suits, like formal wear. So maybe they're like investors or something. I'm not too sure here. But maybe they are senseis and they're just, I don't know. I'm very curious about this scene. This scene is, for me, is the most interesting here. Because if Miyagi-Do teams up with other dojos, like Topanga Karate, All-Star Karate, Crunch Karate, Locust Karate, they will have a pretty good team. Like, they already have a great team. They have Chosen and Johnny teaming up with Daniel. We have Robby back in Miyagi-Do. Anthony's going to start his training. Eli, Eli, the Binary Brothers, they're there. Miguel is obviously going to join back up later in the season. Because I do believe Miguel will take a break from karate for the first half. Maybe by the end of the season, Tori joins up with Miyagi-Do, because I can 100% see that. Man, I cannot wait for this season. This season is going to be so dope. But man, I think that's about it. There's no other images here that I can find here. So if there's any other images, I'll probably just post them on my community tab. But overall, I'm really looking forward to this coming season. A lot is happening. They're probably going to drop some more like promotional material that I might cover. Not too sure I'm on that. But overall, really, really excited for what's coming of this next season. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn notifications to miss any future content. For you follow me Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. And post your theories down below about this coming season. And if you guys want me to make a video about it, I can. I am interested in making some more content outside of reactions. Reactions are still going to be like my main, content here. But, I've been kind of getting burnt down from reactions. That's why some of my reactions, like for Superman Lois, Stargirl, they've been very slow. I've been feeling burnt out. But I will 100% get back into reactions by the time we get to September. But overall, really enjoyed this season. Really enjoyed last season. Love the drop, because I expected them to drop images, just not this soon. But then I forgot it's exactly 1 month away. So overall, really excited for this coming season. So anyway, guys, without further ado, this is gonna be I'm gonna end this video right here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys later.